folks, Moose here. So this is the February winner. It's the poll that I did for the February videos, which order they come out in. All three items for these videos were donated by Scrapper John. So these items are being scrapped at his request. First and foremost, I do want to mention that, again, like I try and get it in as many videos as possible, that scrap is the lowest value of any item. If something works, sell it. If it has parts that work, sell them. You're going to make more money, hands down. So, this video is on an oxygen generator, a portable oxygen generator. Now, right off the bat, I know that a lot of you are going to, pipe up anyone who knows anything about these are going to say, "Whoa, those things are wicked expensive." They are. They can go for a couple $1,000s each. This one is used. It has pieces missing. I have no idea. I have no way of testing it to see if it works or not. And technically, it's not mine. It was given to me to scrap for a video. So that's what this is. That's what's going to happen to this one. So thank you again, Scrapper John, for this one and for the next two videos that are coming out in the coming weeks. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what's in here. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm looking through these little slits here and kind of seeing what's in there. This looks almost like it has some kind of compressor in it, like an air conditioner or water cooler, or that kind of like Freon type compressor. There's no warnings that I can see on the outside that warn about anything like that. It says oxygen refrigerated liquid, USP, maximum contents 685 gaseous liters. I'm not quite sure what that means, but what I can tell you is that while I'm scrapping this out, if there's anything in here that I find even remotely questionable, that could be hazardous to me or to anyone watching this video, I will stop scrapping. But we'll at least take a look and see what's inside. So this thing has all these lovely little Torx bits, and the outside is completely smooth plastic, so it's wanting to slide all over the table here. It's a good thing I don't have too bad arthritis yet. Man, these holes are like just weird enough where a screwdriver bit won't fit inside deep enough to get them loose. I've already tried. Alright. Date serviced May 2014. I think it's a little overdue. Alright. I think that should do it. Already seeing some things that I don't know how to get around. This is not going to be an easy scrap, probably. It's weird, you gotta look around these things and try and problem solve. What could possibly be holding this thing in there still? You gotta look under everything. Look under knobs. It's got a piece of brass there. seems, somehow. Oops. Or snaps off. Yeah, definitely a lot of similarities in there between this and like an air conditioner. You can see like some condensing tubes and stuff like that. There's a screw here that does not want to vacate. Always one friggin' screw. There it goes. Alright. Oh, there it is. Alright. So, for the, wow, that is one scary, interesting looking thing in there, but let's look at this for now. So, looks like we got some steel. Alright, so this looks like it's most likely going to be non-magnetic stainless steel. Of course, when in doubt, hit with a grinder or something. Let's look at these steel springs. These are good for now. That is aluminum, I can tell by the weight and that it's non-magnetic. And this thing is too heavy to be aluminum, but it's not magnetic, so it could be non-magnetic stainless steel. And the rest is plastic. Alright. So now let's look at this scary thing. I'm hoping that nothing is pressurized. So that's you know one of the many dangers with this. Number one, it's an oxygen generator, which you know that's kind of scary. It's supposed to be like a flushing valve. So I am seeing alright, so first off, we've got big chunks of brass, copper, more brass in here, more brass going down there. This knob looking thing, that's not even connected to anything. So this, there's brass in here, and this is a selector knob, so I'm betting there's Torx bits there. I'm going to try and take that apart. More brass fittings here. This might be one of the few bits that I'll be willing to crack open. Alright, so I'll put that aside for now. Alright, so again, trying to proceed with caution. That's where it's held down. That out. Okay. Honestly, I don't see going a whole lot further on this. At least not indoors. what I can do is tell you that, okay, so this is the canister that would hold, I would imagine, the compressed oxygen. There's a little release valve there, so if you want to try and let it out, although I believe that this does as well. So if you follow the valve, it goes up to the tank, into the condenser. So somehow air goes in. I'm not even going to try and figure out how it works, but let's get to what it's made out of anyway. Well, there is nothing magnetic on this thing. So what I'm going to say is that this tubing right here, most likely this piece here and this piece here, are going to be aluminum. This is most likely non-magnetic stainless steel. Alright, and what we're going to have is, it looks like a little scratch test. So, alright, so we've got dropping tools here. Alright, so if we get in on this thing, we've got a little piece of copper here. This spring is not magnetic, and it's copper color, so I'm going to scratch it, see what we get. It's copper. That's weird. I don't see copper springs too often. So this spring right here is copper. We've got a brass fitting here. This piece over here is copper as well. Brass, brass, brass. It's likely aluminum. Aluminum going all the way down. More aluminum. Back down here, we got brass. This whole thing right here is brass. This chunk is aluminum. And we've got copper going all the way here. And then the rest of the tube is going to be non-magnetic stainless steel. So, I mean, this is something that, I'm going to wait till I can go outside, and there's a pressure release valve here, so I can make sure that, there is no more oxygen in this. I'm going to try and do that as safely as possible. And then once I'm sure that that's drained, I can start removing some of the brass pieces and stuff like that. But all in all, I mean, it's not very heavy, so I would imagine, yeah, it's not very heavy. So yeah, so there you have it. This is all just plastic tubing. These little things here, not magnetic. And they're white through and through, so it would be non-magnetic stainless steel again. Now let's take a look at this little valve part. Right size. Now again, this is medical equipment, so I think you'll find typically in medical equipment it's a much higher quality material. Certainly not going to be any gold in this, unfortunately. But brass, copper, aluminum, these are all great things to find. So scrapper's bread and butter right there. I know there's going to be someone on this video who's like, hey, do you know how much that valve is worth? And honestly, I don't. And again, as I said in the beginning, this is kind of technically not mine to even scrap. It was given to me to scrap. So there. Alright, so I'm going to pull that little brass fitting out. Alright, so that's one. That is clean. Nothing left in there. And we've got this thing. Whoa. Did you see that? That's why I should always wear safety goggles. No idea what that is. But it's magnetic. So it's not worth much. Alright. There it is. And one more piece of brass. Plastic. Alright, so this, oh, where'd it go, where'd it go, where'd it go? Tiny, oh there it is. Another microscopic piece of brass. Then I'll just slide over there with the rest of it. Now there's brass in here. But that looks like it's like molded into the plastic, so I'm not going to try and pull that out. I mean, it's literally going to be like a gram or two. Alright, there's nothing in that piece. And take this one off. And there we go again. It's not moving. So we've got there's a little bit of brass in both those things, but it's like molded or hammered or glued into the plastic itself, so it's really, really difficult to take out. And for pieces of brass that tiny, not really worth the time. Alright, well folks, I think that about does it. Alright, so that was it for an oxygen generator. Again, I have no idea how it works. I'm not a mechanic or anything like that. But if you do get one, and you can't sell it or don't want to sell it, which would probably be the most profitable thing, because I mean this is going to be at best $4 worth of scrap metal. We've got maybe, if we're lucky, half a pound of brass. Altogether, a quarter of a pound of aluminum. I mean, this whole thing weighs like 4 pounds. So a big chunk of non-magnetic stainless, the brass, the aluminum, and that's pretty much it. So I want to thank you folks for watching. And thank you again, Scrapper John. Oh, totally forgot about this other little piece of aluminum, non-magnetic stainless steel, and this magnetic springs. So again, thank you, Scrapper John. Hope you guys, hope this was informative. I don't know how many of you are going to be coming across these things out there in the field, but if you do, now you know what's in them. Keep in mind that anything like this that has a tank, if you get one, there's a possibility that it could contain oxygen in here and still be pressurized, so you want to proceed with caution. Like I said, just about every pressurized cylinder should have a release valve. And that one's right here. So again, outside, do this as safely as possible. And I think that's it. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit that bell so you get notifications whenever I put out new videos, which are going to be every single Friday, and then a few random ones during the week. I'm going to be wrapping up my telecom series, and I've got a few other things that I'll be doing, plus my live stream the last Friday of every month, and possibly one here and there moving forward. And just one more quick thing. So for all of you guys, I don't know if you're aware, but one of the videos that I put out at the beginning of the year was basically my goals for the year, or for the next 2 years, really. So I'm shooting for that 100,000 subscriber goal. I'm giving myself till the end of 2020. So not the end of this year, but the end of next year. And for all of those who subscribe to the channels that are in the description of this video, you're automatically entered. You don't have to do anything else. Just subscribe to those 4 channels. It's free. Not 4 channels, 5 channels. And they're great channels. They'll help you out anyway. And you know, once I hit that, if I hit that 100,000 subscriber mark by December 31st of 2020, I will be giving away a bunch of stuff. All kinds of ingots that I'm going to be making, from aluminum all the way to gold, as well as, you know, hats and t-shirts and stuff like that. So make sure you check those channels out, subscribe to them, and see y'all in the next one.